Okay, I'm starting with this slide to prove a point. It says a picture is worth 1,000 words. If you want to understand conic sections, you have to draw a picture to support your problem solving. If you do not draw yourself a sketch of what you're dealing with, you're going to have a difficult time, okay? Trust me on that, and I'll do my best to help you understand that as we go through this. So let's look at this first example. It says find the focus and directrix of the parabola with the given equation. First thing you want to notice when you're doing problems like this is which variable is being squared. In this case, y is being squared. Now, the standard form of a parabola in which the y quantity is squared, it should look something like this. Okay, that is the standard form of a parabola where y is squared. Now take a look at what we have. We don't have these two quantities. When we see that, okay, we make it easier on ourselves. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to write it like this, but if you don't have another x term, or you don't have another y term, or you don't have a quantity here, you're almost factoring the 20 away from x. I know this might not make a whole lot of sense, okay? But then you're writing that quantity as x minus 0. If there's nothing over here with y, we're writing that as y minus 0 squared as well. Okay? So we know now, even though it's not even asked for, we know that the vertex of this parabola is 0, 0. Okay? Now when we look at this coefficient of x, the coefficient of x is 4p. Okay? So when they want to know where's the focus and the focus and directrix are based on where the vertex is. So even though they're not asking you for the vertex, it's still beneficial to know where that is. And now I can start to piece together, okay, I can piece together what this function is going to look like, what this parabola is going to look like. I know the vertex is 0, 0, based on a little bit of craftiness over here. I also know that this parabola opens side to side, not up or down, because y is squared. Right? Furthermore, when you look at this value of 20, and 20 is taking the place of this 4p, 4p equals 20, p has to equal 5. P is positive. Go back to your notes where we said, if p is greater than 0 in a y squared parabola, we know our parabola opens to the right. So I know that this parabola, and again guys, this is just a sketch, right? We don't have to be perfect, but we know the vertex is here. We know the parabola has to open to the right because p is positive. Now remember the definition. P is the distance from the vertex to the focus. And the focus is inside the parabola. So since I know where the vertex is, and I know that the parabola opens to the right, and I know that the focus is 5 units away, I'm putting the focus in line with the vertex 5 units away. And if the vertex is at 0, 0, that focus must be at 5, 0, right? The x-coordinate changed 5 units to the right. So we know the focus is at 5, 0. Where's the directrix? In the exact opposite direction. The same distance, okay? But in the opposite direction. And remember that the directrix is a line. In this case, it's a vertical line. So because it's a vertical line, our directrix has to be x equals, and I moved 5 units away backwards into where the negative values are. So x equals -5. So here are the focus and directrix for this parabola. So maybe I'm hoping you see right away here why it's important that we draw ourselves a sketch. There is a ton of information packed into this package right here, okay? We've got to be able to parse through it. We're going to do enough examples, hopefully enough videos here that'll help you kind of figure that out as you go along.